Hello guys, welcome to e-learning port again. So we are talking about few interview questions, very famous interview questions. Now I'm going to discuss about one more interview questions, which is a kind of popular question for Java freshers. So if you are looking for a job as a Java fresher, you should be knowing this question, and you should be knowing the answer of this question. So what is the question today? So question is, why Java is platform independent? Okay, so this is a feature of Java due to which Java became very popular as well, and you must be knowing the answer of this question if you are a Java fresher and preparing for a job, because this may be a very common interview question for any company. Okay, now let's talk about Java platform independency. So if we talk about platform, what platform we are going to discuss about here? Platform we are going to discuss about here is OS. There are some popular OS like Windows, you might be knowing that, Mac OS, you might be knowing that, then Linux. Okay, so these all we will be terming as platform, the OS. Now when we talk about Java is like if you write a program on Windows platform, it can run on any platform without any changes. That means using on Windows platform, you have written a program, suppose for calculator, and that calculator program can run on any platform, which is also called sometimes Vora. That means write once, run anywhere. Okay, that means you can write your program on any platform, not like only Windows. You can write your program on Linux platform as well, but that program, the same program, will run in the same way on any platform, Windows or Mac OS. That's why Java is called platform independent. But now we will discuss how this is platform independent, because if you know about little bit about C or C++ program, if you have written something in C++ on Windows, you can never guarantee that the same program can be running on Mac OS with the same behavior. No, not at all. You cannot guarantee that. But Java is having that kind of guarantee. If you are writing anything on Windows, that will work on other platforms as well. So now let's discuss why this is platform independent. Okay. Okay. So when you write any program, you write it in .java file. Calculator dot Java. So you write a Java file which is human readable. So when you write this, you do a compilation, then you go for running an application. Okay, or to, if you know little bit, then you can tell it as like you are going to start class execution through main method, which I have already discussed in previous video, that what is main method. Okay, so when you compile, do compilation. So like it's like compile, then this file, along with this file you will be able to see one more file which is called calculator.java. class, which is not a human readable. This is human readable, but dot class file is not a human readable. This class content, whatever content is there, that content is called bytecode, which further can be understood only by JVM, not by OS. Remember, only by JVM, not by OS. Now, if you are running your program on OS, now this is the responsibility of JVM to run on OS. It's not your responsibility. So remember this process. Any file in Java is written with the extension .java. When do compilation, it gives one more file which is .class, which is called bytecode, and that bytecode can be understood only by JVM, not by OS directly. Now, so you got to know, your Java program is always executed by the JVM. Now, so this is process of, so always remember, from your point of view, from developer's point of view, your executable code is only the bytecode, not the .java file. Only the bytecode can be executed anywhere. Okay. Now, if we talk about Linux, if you talk about Linux, Windows, we are talking about OS, or Mac OS. All this platform is having their own specific JVM. A JVM which can be understood, which can understand only Linux executions. A JVM for Windows which can understand only Windows execution. The JVM is specific to macOS. That means these JVMs are always platform dependent. That means this JVM for Linux there will be different JVM, for Windows there will be different JVM, for macOS there will be different JVM. So whenever you will install Java, you install Java, for any platform, they will be installing that platform's specific JVM. Okay, so for Linux different JVM, Windows specific JVM, Mac OS specific JVM. Okay, now as I explained you, .java file is compiled, then you get one more file which is called .class, and that .class is called bytecode, and that bytecode can be understood by JVM. If suppose you have written on Windows platform something, on Windows platform, you have written a Java file with the extension .java. Now, after compilation, you will get one more file, main.class. Sorry, I will make it caps. Main.class. So there will be two files, main.java, main.class. This is the executable file which is called bytecode. Executable which is called bytecode. Now I explained to you that this bytecode one can be understood by only this one, JVM. Okay. So if you have written a main.class and all the JVMs understand the same language, bytecode, all the JVM of any platform always understand the same language, bytecode, and for all the JVMs the understanding is same for the bytecode. That means if you have written something here like SOP system.out.println something, in the main.java, that will be coming to main.class, and that main.class is now bytecode, and now that bytecode can be understood by JVM. JVM is any JVM, any specific JVM. That is, this main.class can be understood by Linux through JVM. This main.class can be understood by JVM on Windows. The same .class file can be understood by macOS by JVM. So all the platforms are having their own JVM, where JVM can execute your Java files, your class files, your bytecode, your Java program. So in this way, when you write any program on any platform, all the programs will be understood by JVM itself, and JVM always understand one language, bytecode, and this bytecode only is going to all the JVMs. So in this way, what's happening, you are making Java a platform independent, because this JVM will understand this bytecode, and then this will communicate with Linux in its native communication, in its native way, because JVM on Linux understand bytecode as well as it understand the Linux. JVM on Windows understands bytecode as well as the language of Windows. JVM on macOS understand bytecode, that dot class file, as well as it also understand the macOS language. So in any way, bytecode can be understood by JVM, and JVM, then it's responsibility of JVM to execute the same bytecode on that particular platform. That's why we can also say that JVM is platform specific and dot class or bytecode or Java is platform independent. That means JVM is platform independent, but bytecode Java is platform independent. But we don't need to focus on this, because when you are installing Java on any platform, the JVM is by default is getting installed for that particular platform, and this JVM can understand any bytecode. So if you write any Java program on any platform, ultimately that will be converted to bytecode, and that bytecode will be provided to the JVM. In this way, this is very much platform independent. So this all about this interview question. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please like and follow. And if you have any doubt, if you want to give any suggestion, you can comment in the comment sections. So thank you for watching this video, and we'll see in next video with some other interview questions. Thank you very much.